Hi there! Throughout this video I'll be talking about the biocultural values that are shown at Bull's Head Reserve, as well as the coal loader, and the different management strategies that are used to preserve these values. So you're probably sitting there thinking, what are biocultural values? Let me explain. Biocultural values are the ecological and cultural values that consist in an ecosystem. Through the cultural perception of an environment, it can shape the meaning towards why certain attributes are needed to be protected and why it is especially important for them to be preserved. Throughout this video, I'll explain on this in relation to Bull's Head Reserve and how we recorded and explored these values through different methods that we learned throughout this unit. Bull's Head Reserve and the coal loader is located on the Waverton waterfront and is considered the face of sustainability for North Sydney Council. By transforming this area from an ex-industrial coal bunkering site on Sydney's harbour in 1943 into a region of public open space that displays the ways in which sustainable technology has been incorporated, as well as including community gardens, regenerated parklands, and food gardens, it has worked towards ensuring that the biocultural values are being maintained and preserved through the education of sustainable living practices to the community. In order to understand what biocultural values are located in the site, it's important to understand how it's collected. So through the use of the free Cyber Tracker software that was taught to us in this unit, we were able to program an app that was used to record different biocultural values that we found while walking around Bull's Head Reserve. Through this app, we were able to also have a GPS track that would show where we walked around the reserve, and also provided each spot that we recorded a different biocultural value, as shown through the points on the map. The values we focused on were animals, plants, water, and Aboriginal built heritage. By connecting all screens together, we were able to take photos of a site and write notes on what exactly we were finding, and having our information all in one program. We were then able to relate these to the land use, vegetation, and Aboriginal built heritage maps of Bull's Head Reserve that we created through ArcGIS, as shown here, which enabled us to explore how this was distributed throughout the area and determine which biocultural values are needed to be preserved. So what exactly did we find? While walking around the reserve and the coal loader site, we were able to discover the different biocultural values that are needed to be maintained and preserved. With a focus on plant and animal values, the aquaponic facilities in the reserve are a major value that encourage a sustainable way to grow plants in a closed circuit system. The combination of hydroponics and aquaculture can explore the relationship that different biocultural values can have to each other to ensure preservation. Through the combination of plants and fish, it can occur in a single cycle that reduces waste management and can ensure a sustainable way of living for the community. This, alongside with the community gardens that are provided in the reserve, as well as the identification of different types of plants, such as the Lemandra longifolia plant, it can provide a sustainable management strategy as through the community's engagement and participation in these practices, it can create a sense of identity and community that connects them and encourages them with a sense of respect for the environment. Finally, the powerhouse was shown to be an important built heritage value at this site, as it was through this building that was built in 1926 with the purpose of generating electricity to the coal loader that a new public space could be provided, currently through the redevelopment of the area. By still ensuring the heritage value of the building is maintained, it currently acts as the Northern Beaches branch for the State Emergency Services and as a site of education to tourists that explore the grounds. By redeveloping the use of this site, not only have the Northern Beaches been able to reconfigure this area to be the face of sustainability, it has also provided ways to encourage the involvement of the community to learn and understand the heritage of this site. These strategies work towards preserving the biocultural values in that the built heritage is appreciated and represented through the site. The preservation of plants and animals are also a sole focus of Bull's Head Reserve, as these values represent the heart of the site. By implementing the use of community gardens, the Northern Beaches are able to give a purpose to the community to visit this site and create a sense of identity with the environment. These strategies should continue to be enforced at Bull's Head Reserve and its community. However, more strategies can be implemented to ensure that the preservation of the values that we examined are maintained. In order to preserve heritage, the loading dock can also be redeveloped and repurposed as a site of education to future tourists to the area that explore in greater detail what the coal loader used to be and also provide a new public space that can influence more people to appreciate this site. Overall, Bull's Head Reserve is an exceptional heritage site that the Northern Beaches Council is working towards ensuring is preserved and maintained for future use, And by implementing these strategies, it is most definitely a site that everyone needs to visit at least once in their lifetime.